What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome in. It's Friday. Friday. Ready for some Friday night football. What is happening? Welcome in. Starting up a new little segment, Rhinos of the Round Table, where we talk about the C.F.L, all the games coming up for the weekend, all the predictions, the rankings, answering your questions, chatting with you, and see how you feel with everything. So that is what we are doing tonight. And that is the deal. So this is going to be more informal, more talking with everybody, and also going through my picks and rankings. Larry in the house. What's up, Larry? Grind, Rhino, grind. That's right. Gonna keep grinding, gonna keep working, just testing out and trying out my new little segment I want to do on either Thursday nights or Friday nights, depending on the C.F.L action, covering the four games that are coming up. And and then the rankings of each team. Since we're in week 8 of the C.F.L season, we can kind of see where everybody is right now, where they're heading, if they're a pile of garbage, and all that jazz. So that's what we're going to cover. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to do that with everybody in the chat. And we're going to do it drinking a cup of coffee. All right. So it's Friday night football. Just in case anybody wanted to know, do I have a theme song? I don't have a theme song yet. I was just talking to an old colleague of mine that was going to help me create a little theme song and get that going on my site too. So hopefully soon we'll get that up and going, Larry. Got to figure that out. So he's got to help me create that because that's his field. So we're gonna meet up. We're gonna work something out and see if we can get something rolling. That's the plan, Larry. That is the plan. But all right, so I have this up and going. Let me see. Let me get it so that I can get it rocking and rolling. There we go. What's up, Clyde in the house? What's going on? I was just saw you in the chat. I saw you on there with Long Ball. What's up, Clyde? What's happening? We're just going to go through the C.F.L games that I'm going to be streaming this weekend, starting with tonight. And then we're going to go through the power rankings of the Canadian Football League as well. So appreciate you popping in, man. I think I saw a new sub come through, so it must have been you. So I appreciate that, Clyde. Thanks for showing up. Drinking a tasty beverage. Let's go. All right. I don't think this segment will be too long. So it's like I said, we're covering the 4 games pretty quickly and going through the rankings. And whoever's here to chat, that might extend it. But if nobody's chatting, nobody's chilling, then we're just going to go through everything. It's out there. And then we're going to cover each game this weekend. So the first game coming up tonight, 7:30 Eastern Time, is the Hamilton Tigercats versus the Ottawa Redblacks. That I'll be doing in about an hour and a half. That game's starting up. So the Tigercats and the Redblacks is the first matchup. The spread is Tigercats plus 1.5 and over under is 49.5. So going to that as well. So yeah, Hamilton won the last matchup convincingly, but that was before Dustin Crum took over as a quarterback, and I am on the Crum bandwagon. I am loving this guy right now. I call him Crazy Legs, the Crumback Kid, if you will. So I'm leaning towards the Redblacks, but let's go into the last 2 games that the Redblacks played. They beat the Stampeders in a doozy in that overtime match, a comeback by Crum, of course, and they won in overtime, which was crazy in that last stream. Everybody flocked in at the end in overtime because they shut somebody down on YouTube, and they came in and watched, and it was a pretty insane stream. 83 people we maxed out at during that Redblacks Stampeders ending, where the Redblacks won, of course. And then they also beat the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, one of the hottest teams in the league. So those are the last 2 Ottawa Redblacks games. So they've been looking good. In the last 2 for Hamilton, they lost to the Argonauts, and they lost to, but they beat the Elks. But everybody beats the Elks. So what's up, Vermont? Welcome in, Vermont. Welcome in. You weren't that impressed with the Redblacks, and you're saying go take the Tigercats. I'm on the opposite route there, Larry. I'm going Redblacks because Hamilton, all they did, they beat the Redblacks earlier in the season before Crum, and they beat the Elks. So that's the 2 teams that they beat, that Hamilton beat. So not a big fan of them. So yeah, and it's going to be Bo Levi Mitchell is coming back for Hamilton tonight, and I think he's going to be rusty. He's coming off the injury. He's coming back. He's back in action. I just don't know if it's enough. Don't know if it's enough. I mean, they have Butler, the running back, the number 3 running back in the league with rushing yards, 343. I don't think it's going to be able to handle Dustin Crum and the Redblacks. 96 degrees today. Not too bad. Not too bad. I've had worse there, Vermont. Red, no black, black, no red, red, black, red, black. I got you. I read you. And yeah, for the Redblacks, the main guy over there is Hardy. He's got the most receptions in the league with 32. So I am leaning towards the Redblacks. So that's what I'm thinking there. Let's see. And is it going? Why is it not going? She's testing round 1. What is happening? Okay, yeah. So I'm going Redblacks. Something's messing up with my screen for some reason. Pick a color and go with it, Vermont. Pick a color and go with it. All right, so I'm going with the Redblacks. The Redblacks giving 1.5. I'm sorry, getting. No, it's supposed to be giving 1.5. It's supposed to be giving 1.5. I think I messed up on that. So giving 1.5. Yeah. So I messed up on that on the screen there. So they're giving 1.5, and I took the under. So I'm saying the under 49.5 as well. I mean, the Redblacks are hot. They scored like, I think they're averaging over 30 points a game the last few games. Some in the 40s as well. Let's see. Let's check it real quick. I forget the exact number. But they beat Calgary 43-41 last week. And they won 31-28 against the Blue Bombers, which was huge. So the last 2 weeks, they're doing freaking well. And that's why I'm on the Redblacks bandwagon. So let's say they win tonight, but the under hits. So that's what's going on with that. All right, so that's tonight, which I'll be streaming, like I said, in about an hour and 20 minutes. And then tomorrow night, tomorrow during the day, it's Saturday Night Football. Where is the time on there? 4 o'clock Eastern time. 4 o'clock Eastern time, we got the Rough Riders and the Argonauts. Vermont, you going with the Redblacks as well? I'm going Redblacks. That's my first pick of the day, first pick of the weekend. So I'm liking Crum. Crazy likes Crum. He's a rookie. He's young, and he's going to get better with his accuracy, I think. But he's dangerous with his legs, man. Dangerous. Dangerous indeed. All right. So then this one we have the Rough Riders and the Argonauts. The Rough Riders are getting 10.5, which is a lot of points. A lot of points. And the over-under is 47.5. Argonauts have not been defeated, and they are not going to lose today. So, yes, Vermont, I'm with you. I'm saying Toronto as well. The spread is kind of high, but that's all good because I'm still saying the Argonauts cover the 10.5. And I say the over because this is just going to be an explosion, a point explosion. Point explosion. Oh, my God. Thank you, Clyde. Showing some love. Shout out to Clyde, the first person to sign up on my Showing Love YouTube membership. Appreciate that so much, man. So much. So now I have one person showing some love. I have one Phoenix and one Rhino. So Clyde is my first showing some love. We got J Sis, my first Phoenix. And we have Klep, my first Rhino. Thank you so much, Clyde. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Means a lot to me, man. Means a lot. Shout out to Clyde, the man of the day. All right. So, yeah, the Rough Riders are 3-3. Argonauts haven't lost, and I don't think they're going to lose again today. So, yeah, take the Argonauts and the over. There's going to be tons of points. So, Argonauts, they're going 6-0. They're going to be tough to beat this year. I think maybe the Lions have a chance, and the Blue Bombers. The Blue Bombers are hot as well. So, that may be the only ones to really challenge the Argonauts this year. It's still early in the season, though. All right, and then later on Saturday, the 7 o'clock Eastern time game, we have the Lions and the Elks, the Edmonton Elks. What is an Argonaut? I have no flipping idea. Is it a boat? Is it a cat? Is it a caterpillar? Who knows? No clue. Don't know. It's probably some Canadian device that nobody knows about except for the people in Canada. So, yeah, the Lions it is. The spread dropped. It was Elks getting 9.5, but now the spread dropped to 7.5 because what's his name got injured? Adams went down. So they have what's his name starting? They got Dane Evans starting for the Lions, but it's okay because the Lions are still going to crush them because the Elks lost 20 games in a row. 20 games in a row at home. So today's going to be tomorrow's going to be number 21 in a row. Their losing streak is going to be able to drink tasty beverages. That's how bad they are at home. They lost 20 in a row at home. They set a record. That was the first time I've seen Canadian Football League on ESPN. Craziness. That's right, Vermont. Dissing the Eskimos. Eskimos are out of there. And it's the Elks. What are you going to do? The Lions in the last two, they beat the Rough Riders. They had a bye. And then they also beat the Alouettes. And the Elks, well, they always lose. So we don't even need to get into that. But Dane Evans is taking over for the quarterback for the Lions tomorrow. And he should be okay. He should do all right. Because the Elks, they have Taylor Cornelius. Who gives a crap about that guy? He sucks. He's terrible. And he's brutal. And the BC Lions have the best defense in the league. Betts, 10 sacks already. 10 sacks. 10 freaking sacks for Betts in 6 games. Ridiculous amount of sacks. Elks are the Cleveland Browns of the C.F.L. Probably, all right. They could be worse. They are setting records. I think they're tied with the record right now at 20. One of the Browns losing records at home from years ago. And I think it was before they were called the Cleveland Browns. What were they? What the heck were they called beforehand? But they're tied with 20 losses at home in a row, and they're about to crush their record tomorrow when they lose to the Lions because it's guaranteed. Lions are winning. Elks aren't coming close. The only thing that'll be close is if they keep it within a touchdown, which I don't think so as well. They are not covering, and the over-under is a low 42.5 because, like I said, the Lions have the best defense in the league. They don't let the other team score points, and we're talking about the Elks here. The Elks. Ridiculous, Vermont. Ridiculous. So, yeah, it's Lions all the way and the under because the Elks are going to be lucky to hit the digits. Don't think that's happening. And with the quarterback situation with Evans, the Lions won't score as many points as usual. So I feel like a lot of points are happening. What's up, Tickler in the house and Joseph in the house? What's up? Appreciate it, Tickler. I saw you chatting over there with long ball. So appreciate you popping on. We're covering the first game in about an hour and 15 minutes. The Lions only give it 7.5. Yeah, because the quarterback situation. They got Evans starting. Adams is injured. He's going to be out in a few weeks. I don't know how long yet, but Adams is injured and out. So they're going with Evans. So that's why. That is why, Vermont. Appreciate that, Tickler. Thank you for popping on, man. We're covering the Canadian football weekend, and then we're getting into the rankings. So that's it. Any other news for that game? Not really. Rhymes is questionable. The main man for BC. That's another thing as well. Rhymes might not play. He's questionable. He's got 5 touchdowns, which leads the Canadian Football League. 5 receiving touchdowns. So we'll see with Busta Rhymes. Whoop, whoop. See if he plays. But with or without him, I think they still cover the 7.5. So, yeah, that's that game. And that's tomorrow night. And then we get into the last game of the weekend, Sunday Night Football. The Stampeders and the Alouettes. This was the toughest one for me to look at. This was the toughest one for me to make my predictions. I don't like this game. I like the other ones a lot better. This one, I feel I can go either way. I'm a little bit shaky on this one. Really, really shaky. Vermont's going Montreal. Okay. All right. It's quite possible. I was thinking about this one the longest. The other ones were like slam dunks for me. Slam dunks. This one, I don't like it. As I'm drinking from my tasty beverage. Love it. Love it. Oh, maybe you guys didn't see this one. I had my other one there. There it is. channeling your Expos. That's right, the Montreal Expos back in the day. They had an old school Randy Johnson, old school Pedro Martinez, pretty insane stuff. Miss those little guys, miss them. All right, so let's see here. The Stampeders lost to the Redblacks last week in the thriller that we covered. That was amazing. And then they beat the Rough Riders in the last two. The Alouettes had a bye last week, and then they lost to the Argonauts and lost to the Lions, which are top-notch teams. But coming off the bye, I think they'll be well rested, and I think the Stampeders are going to be a little bit of steam after that heartbreak loss to the Redblacks, that freaking insane game. A rusty stab. All right there, Vermont. All right. Yeah. I mean, Jack, the mayor, is number 2 in passing yards, but he's so inconsistent. He's ridiculous. And number 3 in touchdowns with 8 touchdown passes. But he threw like all of them last week. Well, not all of them, but most of them last week against the Redblacks, because the Redblacks defense was terrible last week. Andre Dawson, Gary Carter, what's up, PAS? I was work today, just covering a little bit of the C.F.L predictions and rankings real quick, and then we're going to cover that game at 7:30 Eastern Time. Welcome in, Johnny. Welcome in and welcome back. Thanks for showing up and showing out. Just a little mini segment I want to start putting out there before the Canadian football weekend. See how it goes. Chat with people, see their predictions, tell my predictions. That's all. That's all we're doing. It's going to be similar to your fantasy football shows on the weekend. Well, this is Canadian football, so a little bit smaller crowd for the diehards out there that want to chat it up and have their opinions heard and talk about who they think are going to win. Both Saturday games on CBS. Yeah, tonight's is on the website, Vermont. Tonight's on the website, and the games tomorrow are on CBS. Yep, so I got to go and watch through the Canadian channel, stream that baby. So that's what I got to do. That's what we all got to do if we're going to watch. All right, and then the Stampeders defense, they got 2 guys with 5 sacks. Vaughters and Rose both have 5 sacks apiece, which is number 3 and number 4 in the league, because Betts on the Lions is number 1 with 10 sacks, which is insane. But decent defense, getting a decent amount of sacks, the Stampeders, as of late. Their defense started slow in the beginning of the year. A little bit better, except that disaster to the Redblacks, that overtime disaster. You like the Tigercats, Clyde? All right, cool. That's the first game I'm streaming in a little while. I think the Redblacks are going to take them, but we shall see, Clyde. That's why you watch the game. Don't know who will win these games? That's why we got to watch, Thomas. Welcome in, Thomas. Shout out to Thomas and PAS as well. But extra shout out to Clyde, who signed up, monthly member, showing some love. Yeah, but the main reason I think the Alouettes is going to win because they got Cody Fajardo at quarterback. Yeah, it's plain and simple. Fajardo's the man. He is the man. Somewhat the man. And then they have Mack. He's the number 2 wide receiver, 458 yards receiving. And the number 4 receiver, Julian Grant. So they got 2 top-notch wide receivers. So watch out for the Alouettes. We'll see if the Stampeders defense can keep it close. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards the Alouettes. And they also have one of the leading interception man, Evans, with 3 picks on the season. So there we go. Wait, what happened? Went the wrong way. So Alouettes giving 3.5 points. I still think they cover that. And I'm going with the over 47.5. It's going to be over 47. It's Canadian football league. They mostly go over. And whenever I take the under, it does not work. What's up, Savage? Welcome back. Welcome back in. Just doing a little pre-game show, basically, covering the 4 games of the weekend and getting into a little bit of rankings. And then that's it. Just a short little mini stream. That's all. But welcome back, my man. Welcome back. So, yeah, I'm going Alouettes and the over. So that is what I think. That is Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. All right. So those are the picks real quick for that game, for those games. And now we're getting into the rankings. Just going to be a quick little run through of the rankings from 9 to 1. No baseball later today. No, I got my next baseball stream, Savage, is Sunday morning. Sunday morning, Cardinals Cubs. I'm covering two. I don't know if I can squeeze. I might be able to squeeze in a game tomorrow morning. I don't know. I got to double check that. I'll check that in a little while, Savage. I might be able to squeeze a baseball game tomorrow morning. Possibly. Got to check the schedule. Otherwise, Sunday morning, Cardinals Cubs. And then we'll get back into some baseball Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So I should cover some more baseball Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So I'll be doing a bunch of those, Savage. But right now, tonight, we're covering Hamilton Tigercats at the Ottawa Redblacks. That's what we are covering. All right. So here we go. Rankings with the Rhino going from 9 to 1. And you know who's in last place. We all know who's in last place. Who's number 9 out of all the teams? Let's hear it from the chat. Who is number 9? Who is the worst team in the league? Do I even have to show it? I don't even have to show it, do I? So we're going 9 to 1. We all know who it is. We all know the terribleness. All right, just in case you didn't know, number 9, it's the Elks. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Vermont knows. Yeah, it's simple. They're 0-7. They're not winning. They're home tonight against the Lions. And they not tonight, tomorrow. And they're going to lose the 21st home game in a row. So they're done. They're at the bottom of the league. No need to talk about them. It's plain and simple. They're done. They're a pile of freaking garbage. Let me see here. We have anything to say about them? Nope, nothing. They're done. Moving on. Moving on from the bottom. It's not even close. It's not even close to how bad the Elks are. And they dropped Frenchie the other day. I think 3 days ago, they dropped Frenchie, the rookie. He had so much potential. So much potential. And you know what the coach said and the general manager? They're like, we're a running team, so we need blockers. So his pass blocking, his blocking skills as a receiver weren't up to par for the running team. So this guy with insane ability, top quality, he gets into the starting lineup as a rookie, and they're going to just drop him. They just dropped him. So I got to see who's going to pick him up. I didn't see anybody pick him up yet, but Frenchie is out there for the taking. They just let him go. This is the Elks for you. They want to lose. It's ridiculous. So they're at the bottom of the power rankings. They're done. They're terrible. Thanks for those 10 likes, people. Appreciate it. This is, like I said, just a little informal rankings and a little preview of what I'm streaming for the weekend and chat with you guys just in case you want to put your voices out there and let me know what you think. But Elks, bottom, pile of garbage. All right. And then I have the Tigercats as number 8. So they're 2-4. I have them as 8. I think a bunch of other people out there have them a little bit higher. I do not. I am not a fan of the Tigercats. They lost Schultz. He's done. And Bo Levi Mitchell, I don't know how much he has left. I don't think he's going to be that good coming back from that injury. He's going to be rusty. He's going to be a little shaky, maybe a little tentative. And I don't think they're going to win tonight. Don't think they got the win. Not a fan of Mitchell. But we'll see in an hour, just over an hour. So we shall see. What's up, Mama Dukes on the purple side? Yeah. So not a fan of him. I think that the Tigercats are falling to the bottom. I really think besides the Elks, there's a gap between 9 and 8. But from like 5 to 8, they're all close. They're all close rankings. But they're my number 8. So you can nitpick that if you want. Let me know if you think they should be higher. But I don't have them higher right now. They can move up if they win tonight. They will move up the rankings with the win over the Redblacks. But right now, they're near the bottom. They're close to the Elks. All right, I got 7 my Stampeders. The terrible Calgary Stampeders. They're 2-4. So they got the most losses, second most losses in the league. But the main reason why I don't like the Stampeders and why I have them at 7, quarterback situation. Their defense is holding their own. They got a good defensive line. But this offense, the Meyer, He is just way too inconsistent. Apart from last week's showing against the Redblacks, he's been garbage all year. Terrible. So I wish that the Stampeders were better. I wish I could put them higher. I just can't. Just can't do it. Nobody's standing out. I mean, Odomus Dukes is all right, their wide receiver, but the defense line is the best thing about them. I just can't have them any higher. Let me just see here. They got PFF has their defense grade pretty high. They're like 4th out of 9 with their defense, but their offense, it's piled on the bottom with everybody else, with the Elks and the Tigercats and even the Redblacks. But they're going to be moving up, the Redblacks, because with Crum, like I said, they're going to be moving up and up and up. So I have the Stampeders at 7. There's nothing exciting about them. There's less than anything exciting about Mayer. He does not make me happy, and that's what disappoints me with the Stampeders this year. So definitely not a fan. Not a freaking fan, people. All right, going to number 6, the Alouettes, which I have a lot lower on my list as well as other people. And even PFF has them ranked higher. They have a decent defense. It's probably the 4th ranked defense in the league, and their offense is the 4th in the league. So they're just an average team. But I got them at 6. They're coming off a bye, and they're going to win Sunday night against the Stampeders. But the Stamps beat them. Maybe they'll move up, and the Alouettes will drop in the rankings. But I like Fajardo. I like what he's doing. So Mac is a beast. Got to watch out for Mac. So those two guys, quite the combo. But this team is average at best. Whoop, whoop. Thank you for that sub. We got 613 subs. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got a few subs this morning for some reason. I started this morning at 6:08, and it went to 6:12. A few hours later. So I got a few little by little. I'm like, what's going on? Where are these subs coming from? But I'll take it. So, the better quarterback situation is why the Alouettes are higher than the Stampeders, and that's also why I think the Alouettes is going to win on Sunday nights. All right, so those are the bottom, and still at the bottom is the Rough Riders. They started strong, but they're down to 3-3 record. So Rough Riders, let me just see here. They have a really good defense. They got them as the 2nd best defense in the league, the PFF. The 2nd best ranked defense. And like I said, their offense is just average. And they're starting fine at quarterback. Mason Fine. And that's not fine for me because I don't think he's fine. What's up, Duck? What's happening? Quack, quack, man. Quack, quack. Let's go. Just finishing up my rankings. I covered my games that I'm streaming tonight and the rest of the weekend, and just running through here with my little new segments, Rhinos of the Round Table, where people can talk, chat about what I'm streaming with the C.F.L. and who's going to win, who's going to lose, who's going to get crushed, who's going up in the rankings, and who's going down. So testing this out, seeing how it goes, and that's what we're doing right now, Duck. That's what we're doing right now. Yeah. So Rough Riders, they're at 5. They're lumped in. So 5, 6, and 7, and 8 to me are all lumped together, and you could really move them anywhere you want. But since we're here week 8, we're starting to really see where teams are going. So a lot of people might have way different rankings than me, but these are my rankings. These are the Rising Rhino rankings. So, but feel free to debate me. Feel free to challenge me, and feel free to make your own comments. That's why we're here. And like I said, it's not as much me talking to you for these segments. It's we're going to discuss things, and hopefully as we build, we get more people in here. We can talk about these games, and it'll be more of a debate and discussion instead of me telling you exactly how I feel. But since this is the first one, it's probably going to be a little bit slower. But I want to go and drink my coffee and chat with you guys about my streams coming up, about the C.F.L. games that we're doing. All right. So the Rough Riders 3-3 got them at number 5. Number 5. Yeah. And they got Jones, who's the leading receiver with 415 yards. That's the main highlight there. Trevor Harris is done. Dunzo, so that's where they got fine. But yeah, we got to watch out. We got to see what Fine can do. Like I said, I don't expect much out of him. It's really a quarterback league, just like the NFL. The better quarterbacks usually win. So the teams with the weaker quarterbacks fall down to the bottom. So 5 through 9 on my list have the weaker quarterbacks, which leads me to number 4, which is the Redblacks. Moving way up there. Nobody has them up there as high as I do, I don't think. I got them 4th in the league because Crumb is coming on strong. So the beginning of the season, the Redblacks didn't look too good. Now they're back to 3-3, up to 3-3. And their defense, they got ranked pretty high PFF. The offense is low, but it's only because Crumb had 2 starts, and he's doing pretty well. So big fan of Crumb. BC's playing tomorrow. Yeah. Evans, because they want they're reversing the Elks. Yep. Yeah, Duck. You gotta bet on the Lions. The Lions are gonna crush them. It should be easy peasy. But you get an extra couple points if you're gonna take the spread 7.5. It dropped 2 points. The Crumback Kid. I used to think he was crummy when he first started. When he first came into the game, but crazy legs Crumb doing what he can do to bring the Redblacks all the way up to number 4 in my rankings. Of course, they'll drop if they lose tonight, but I got them climbing up. I think other people have them like ranked 6 or 7, but I'm liking them. See the potential. So I rank them where they are now, where I think they are now, not where they were. I mean, of course, you want to put everything into play, but teams are different from the first 5 weeks, and here we are week 8. So that's why I'm just starting this little rankings now, because it's week 8. Like I said, we're starting to feel and see where teams are in the Canadian Football League. So I got the Redblacks all the way up at 4. All the way at 4. And let's see if it holds true tonight in an hour when we cover the Tigercats and the Redblacks game. Because I have Hamilton all the way down at 8, right? Let me see. Yeah, I have the Tigercats at 8. And the Redblacks all the way at 4. So that's why I'm saying Redblacks all the way. But they can close the gap with a win. Definitely close the gap if they win. All right, moving on to number 3, getting to the top 3. So there's the Elks at the bottom. Then we have 5 through 8, which are clumped together. They're clumped together. And then the Redblacks, I have just a step above that clump. And then above the Redblacks, I have the next 2 clumped together. So it's close on this one. What's up, Butterfly? Welcome in. Just going through the games and almost finish up covering the rankings. The Blue Bombers I have at number 3, which can easily go to number 2 if BC falls apart with their quarterback situation. So if Evans crumbles, then the Blue Bombers can move up to number 2 on my ranking list. So right now, we have Winnipeg Blue Bombers at number 3. So Colares is the number 2 quarterback in the league, in my opinion. He's got the most passing yards, 1,923 passing yards, leads the league. 13 touchdown passes, leads the league. And a 115.5 quarterback rating, which is 2nd in the league. So Colares leading the Blue Bombers to number 3, but they are shooting up. They are right there. If the Argonauts and the Lions make a mistake, this team is taken over. It is taken over. And they also have the leading receiver in the league, Schoen, 473 yards receiving. So Schoen is a beast in his 2nd year, since he was rookie of the year last year. So the Blue Bombers could easily move up. They're not playing this week, so they get the week off. And let's see who they're playing next week. I didn't check that. Well, let's see who the Blue Bombers are playing next week. Oh, the Blue Bombers of the Lions next week, next Thursday night, 8:30 Eastern time. That's going to be a doozy. That's a battle for number 2 in the league, I think. Number 2 in the league. 3 more likes to 15. Yep, I wasn't anticipating a lot of likes here, Butterfly, in this short little segment. But thank you. And I'm actually going longer than I thought it would. I was thinking it'd be around a half hour. So it might be about 40 to 45 minutes. But we're trying it out. We're trying a new little segment. Rhinos of the Round Table, talking with the chat, discussing how we feel about the games, the football games for the weekend, and that's it. having some fun. And yeah, like I said, I'll be streaming in an hour. So after this, I'm gonna have a little dinner and then get ready for the stream. All right, so that's number 3, and number 2 is the Lions at 5-1. They could be falling fast with, like I said, with the quarterback situation. I don't have to keep going with that. Besides Adams being injured and Evans taking over as a starter, the defense is still amazing. Best defense in the league by far, in my opinion. The least points against. PFF has them as a 90.1 overall defense grade. So crushing it. And their offense is above average as well. They have them as the third best offense. So the third best offense and the best defense, the Lions, which is my number 2. Which, if it wasn't for your number 1 team in the league, the freaking Argonauts, the Lions would be up there, because the Argonauts undefeated. They only play 5 games, but they cannot be stopped. They cannot be beaten. They cannot be crushed. They are the Toronto. I don't know what it is in Canada and what the Argonaut is. The Canadian device, apparently. Don't know. But, yeah. So, Colares has the most passing yards, the most passing touchdowns, the second highest quarterback rating to my boy, my ex-Colt, Chad Kelly. I got Chad Kelly as my best quarterback in the league, the best quarterback in the league, and Colares right behind him. Because Chad Kelly's got, 4 rushing touchdowns? 4 rushing touchdowns, and he's a beast, and he's got the highest quarterback rating. His quarterback rating is, where is it? I have it here. 116.5 quarterback rating, which is just above Colares. And he's got a 71.7 completion percentage, which is the highest in the league. So that's why I'm liking Chad Kelly. Got him as the best quarterback in the league, just by a tad over Colares. And the Argonauts, they just put up so many points. So many points. I mean, they got the Blue Bombers. PFF has the Blue Bombers with a little better ranking for the Blue Bombers on offense than the Argonauts, but it's close. So that is that. And then the defense is better for the Argonauts by a little bit more. So, but my rankings, Argonauts undefeated. They're the best until they lose the game. What's up, Mr. Red Flame? What's going on? We're covering some C.F.L. Yeah, the number 1 team in the league, the Argos. Just so you subscribe, Mr. Red Flame. I thought you subscribed a long time ago. I haven't seen you in a while. I feel like it's been months since I've seen you. Oh, Chad Kelly owns him. Colares 24-23. Yeah, that's what I have. I have Kelly just a notch above Colares. Just a notch above. Appreciate that, Mr. Red Flame. Appreciate it. Oh, man. Yeah, so Argos are number 1 in the league because they are 5-0. Until they lose, they're staying on the top. They are staying up top until they lose. Now, the Lions and the Blue Bombers could be switching at 2-3 for a while, but we'll see. Yeah, I saw it this morning that Mr. Red Flame subbed or resubbed. I don't know if he unsubbed a while ago or what happened, but I appreciate you coming back and joining the Rhino Nation. And we got a new Clyde signed up for Showing Some Love, my monthly member. Showing Some Love tier. So I got 1 monthly member Showing Some Love, 1 Phoenix, and 1 Rhino on my monthly membership, and 2 patrons. So we're getting somewhere. We're building up the Rhino Nation. Appreciate it, people. So, yeah, quick rundown again. Argonauts, best in the league. They're number 1. And then we have the Lions, number 2, 5-1, in my opinion. But the Blue Bombers right on their trail, number 3. Not far behind at all. Redblacks, I have really high on my list at 4. The Rough Riders falling at 5. On the wet days, could be moving up at 6. What's going on the kick side? I see you. Nerdy over there on the kick side. So my Stamps on the bottom, they could be falling even further tonight. The Tigercats could be moving up, but I got them all the way at 8. I feel like the Stamps might be 8 after tonight. Depends on how Hamilton plays. And then, of course, everybody knows the Elks at the bottom. So that's the deal. That is the mission. And this is the game we're covering in a little while, less than an hour away. The Tigercats versus the Redblacks. Anybody have any issues with my rankings? Any issues with my picks? Any issues with these games? You let me know. You comment below. You put in the chat, as we have a lovely 13 people liking the stream. Appreciate that. So I'll be covering this game in a little while. We got those 2 games Saturday, and we have the last game on Sunday, and I'm going to be mixing in a bunch of baseball as well. Appreciate the love there, Nerdy on the kick side. Appreciate everybody on the Twitch side as well, and appreciate everybody on YouTube as per usual. What did I miss from the Duck? You should be back for the Bombers. Not worried about starting the number 2 quarterback. Gotcha. Yeah. It doesn't matter the Duck can start for the Lions and they'll crush the Elks. That's what's happening. Sound logic, said Mr. Spock. What about Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock? More Jewish. Hit that like button. 2 more likes to 15, but we're not going to hit that because it's about to be game, set, match, end of the little segment. But hopefully we'll get more and more people in here to talk football, and I'll probably be doing this for Sonny loves ducks, loves chasing ducks and eating ducks, perhaps, for the NFL season. So I want to do a little something for the NFL season as well, talking about the games upcoming. So I don't know what day that'll be on, but the Canadian football one will be on either Thursday or Friday, depending on when the games start up. Sonny the Wonder Dog loves ducks. All right, so those are my picks. Those are games I'm streaming, and I will see everybody in about 45 minutes for the Tigercats and the Redblacks. Let's go. Appreciate everybody popping in. Welcome to the Rhino Nation, and hope you enjoyed Rhinos of the Round Table. That's all she wrote. That is the end of the segment. Appreciate everybody popping in. You guys are the best. Thank you so much, Butterfly. Got to do it. But I will see everybody soon. I'm going to go make some dinner and be back on in a little while. Catch you soon, Butterfly.